Am I audible? Should we continue?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we said the lower class limit is 320. And then going back to the formula, what is the value of C? The value of C, we got 55, isn't it? Because
Yes.
find the difference between any of these classes. And then, what else do we need? The cumulative frequency before, the cumulative frequency before the cumulative, oh, n over 2. N over 2 is not difficult. You just say 12 over 2 minus f less than, we said, is the cumulative frequency before the cumulative frequency of that median interval. So it's just that I have erased my cumulative frequencies, but we had 2, we had 6, we had 12. So what is the cumulative frequency preceding the cumulative frequency of the median interval? The cumulative frequency that comes before that of the median. Remember, the cumulative frequency of the median is 6. What is the cumulative frequency that comes before 6?
2.
2. Therefore, you are going to substitute 2 where you see f less than, divided by FME. It's the mode of your median. So your median is here. I mean, say a frequency of the median. Your median is here, and then the mode in this row is 4. So that will be your FME. You calculate, your answer should be between 320 and 375. What did you get?
375.
375. Do you know why you got 375? And then 375, if you can check, it falls in number 2 and number 3, in the second and the third class. Do you know why it's like that? Hmm?
No.
Check the frequencies, right? The value of n, if you can check it, it's even. So when you add 2 with 4, you get 6. Same applies here. And they are saying median is somewhere here. So here you also have 6. So meaning that the upper 6 and the lower 6 are separated by a certain value in between here. And that value is 375. That is why it appears in both cumulative frequencies, because you have the 6 in the upper part and then the 6 in the lower part there. So when you are calculating median in an ungrouped data, when the value of n is even, you were saying the value, I mean, so you take the value at that particular position, you add it with the next consecutive value. In this case, we have 6 in the second class, we have another 6 in the third class. So when you average them, those values that are between 6 and 6, you average them, you divide by 2, you get 375. So I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say, but just that is just something that will guide you to say, why do we get 375? Whereas 375 is found in both classes, in the second and the third. And in the second, it is the upper class limit. In the third, it is the lower class limit. It's because of the class, the sample size here, which is 12. So what else do we need to calculate? Is there anyone who would fail to calculate? Is there anyone who will fail to calculate this?
No.
Okay. Thank you. PowerPoint not responding.
I have a question,
Yes.
but I don't know if it's like a stupid question or what. So what happens if we have what happens if when we have 4 number of classes?
When you have the 4 numbers of classes,
Yes.
it does not matter. What
Okay.
matters is the position of your median. So as long as the position of the median is in the second class, so you don't have to worry. You just punch the values as they are, the way you see them using that formula, and then you will get your answer. As long as your position said it's in the second class, you do your calculations just like that. You don't need to stress yourself, just like I was explaining here.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Any other question before we continue? In the absence of questions, we are continuing with today. I'm not gonna release you at 3 o'clock. By what? Let me see. By 1:30, maybe we'll be done, and then I'll release you because this is just revision. So we are now moving on to Ghana, the quartiles, percentiles, and deciles. These ones are the measures of location. What type of location are they measuring? Let me see. Like there's something in the chat room.
Non-central.
Non-central, good. Okay, it's really the non-central, right? So let me see. The quartiles. Whenever you see the word quart, what do you think? What do you think of in terms of numbers?
4.
4, meaning that with quartiles, we will always divide by 4, right? Don't forget that. Percentiles?
100.
100. Because of what? Because of pair or because of what?
Cent.
Good, because of cent. Cent from century or from whatever centimeter and so forth. And then deciles, you think of
10.
10. From which part? Dec, right? Like decade, a period of 10 years. So meaning that with quartiles, when you calculate position, you are going to divide by 4. With percentiles, you divide by 100. With deciles, you divide by 10.
10.
Good. So this is the general formula for the measures of non-central location in a group data. So these question marks denote either your decile, your percentile, or your quartile. It depends on what you will be calculating. So wherever you see the question mark, even here, this question mark, even here, this question mark, you will write the name of your parameter. So if it's a decile, you write D. If it's decile 4, you write D4. If it's percentile 4, you write P4. If it's quartile 3, you write Q3. Right? And then those are the question marks. And then O will still denote the lower class limit, plus C is still the same. And then this one here, IN over asterisk. So the I is very important. So if you calculate, say for instance, you calculate second quartile, what are we going to divide with? So these asterisks, they just show you the total number of whatever you are calculating. So you told me that the total number of quarters is 4, meaning that whenever you work with quarters, you will divide by 4, meaning that with quarters, you always replace this asterisk by 4. With percentiles, you replace the asterisk by 100. With decimals, you replace them by 10. But it's very important. If they say calculate the third quartile, you know the stars will be 4, and then your I will be 3, because they are saying third quartile, and third quartile is quartile number 3. If they say 74th percentile, so it means that your I will be what? What will be the value of I if they say 74th percentile?
74.
Yes, you take 74, you multiply by the value of n, you divide by what? Because it's percentile?
100.
100.
By 100, good. So your F less than is still the same. So it's the cumulative frequency preceding that of the decile interval or percentile interval or the quartile interval. And then F is the frequency of that particular parameter. If it's percentile, it's the frequency of percentile, percentage frequency of decile, frequency of quartile. Do you understand this formula?
I'm sorry, can you repeat again the formula?
Okay. The question marks, this is a general formula, right? It's for both deciles, percentiles, and quartiles, right? So wherever you see the question mark throughout this formula, both on the left and on the right hand side. So the question mark is here, the question mark is here, the question mark is also here. Wherever you see a question mark, you are going to write whatever you are calculating. If it's decile 4, you write D4 wherever you see the question mark. D4, 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 right? Wherever you see a question mark. If it's percentile, 75th percentile, you write wherever you see a question mark is 75, is P75, P75, P75. If it's the third quartile, you write Q3, 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 wherever you see the question mark. The question mark denotes the measure of location or the location you are calculating. So the value of C, you know it is the class width. You know how to find it, the difference between the class intervals. I mean to say the difference between the class limit. So the IN over the stars, the asterisk, wherever you see the stars, wherever you see the stars, you are going to substitute either 4, 10, or 100, depending on what you are calculating. If you are calculating quartile, you told me that quartiles add up to 4, meaning that the maximum quartile is 4. You will divide by 4, meaning that where you see the stars, the asterisks, you put 4. If it's decile, you put 10. If it's percentile, you put 100. Where you see I, the I is just the value of whatever measure of location you are computing. If they say calculate the third quartile, where you see I, you will put 3. If they say third quartile, and then you take your 3, you multiply by n, you divide by 4. If this time, Let's say that you calculate decile 7. So when you see I, you will write 7. And then you will divide by 10 because deciles are always divided by 10. If it's 89th percentile, your I will be, what will be your I?
89.
70, 80,
89.
89, good.
9.
So the person who asked a question, was it Willie or who? Do you understand now?
Yeah, it's clear now. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, it's J. We are continuing. So the F less than, you know it, and then the frequency, you also know it. Should I assume you know it?
Yes.
Okay. So let us see. Before you calculate, what did I say about what is your point of departure when you approach the measures of central location in a group data? What is it that you are supposed to do first?
You find the position.
Good. You find the position, and the position is given by, where do we get the formula for calculating position?
After opening the brackets,
Yeah,
IN
whatever you
over
see,
asterisk.
good, you are ready. Whatever you see after opening the bracket, which is this. And meaning that is the general formula for calculating position of all these measures of non-central location in a group data. So it's IN over the asterisk. So let's say you are calculating Q1. What will be the position of Q1? The position of Q1?
Position of Q1, 1 over 4.
It will be
1 over 4.
1 over 4. Didn't you forget N?
Sorry.
You have realized your mistake, right? It's 1N over 4. The reason we are dividing by 4 is because quartiles add up to 4. Quart is 4. Quarter. So it's 1N over 4. Because I said it is just the value of what you are calculating. So D4, what is the position of D4?
4n over 10.
And
Yes. Is that correct?
yes,
Yes, yes.
Okay. Do you all understand?
Yes.
Okay. So the position for calculating P79,
7n over 10 over 100.
let's start afresh. 79th percentile.
79n over 100.
Good. 79n over 100, not 7n, right? So it's 79n over 100. Why are we dividing by 100? Let me see. Let me ask someone in the chat room. I can see others are active, but others are not. Tato's iPhone, are you active? Tato's iPhone is sleeping. Tato one?
Oh,
Yes. Why are we dividing by 100?
Because we're calculating the percentile.
Good. You are ready. So it means that you all understand. So anyone who does not understand before I continue. Any question? let's go back to this data set. Let's calculate Q1. Q1, let's calculate its position first because you said we start by finding the position. And you said the position will be 1n over 4. So 1 multiplied by what is the value of n?
12
12 over 4. What is the answer?
is 3.
3. And then from there, what are we supposed to do with that 3? Hmm?
Yeah. We have to find the cumulative frequency where 3 falls in,
Good.
and then
Which good. That is absolutely correct. You may continue. Are you done?
Then you find the position.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is correct. So we are going to check where that position is accommodated in the cumulative frequency. So we got 3, right? Where is 3 accommodated in these cumulative frequencies? So the only difference with these ones, so median is the same. The procedure for median is the same for quartiles, deciles, and percentiles because we are making use of cumulative frequency. But for mode, we are using what? We are using the frequencies. So don't forget that. So where is 3 accommodated in the cumulative frequency?
6.
In 6. Do you all understand? I don't want to hear someone saying we are going to check the closest value to 3. Between 2 and 6, which one is closer to 3? And someone will say it's 2. And then the person will say, okay, then 2 will be a friend of 3 because they are closer to one another. They are acquainted. So it's not like that. I said 2 is the maximum. So in the cumulative frequency of 2, you find the value starting from 2 going down. So in this cumulative frequency of 6, you find the value starting from 6 going down, but excluding 2. Right? So in this one,
Yes.
12, you find the value starting from 12 going down, excluding 6. Just like that. I'm glad you understand. This is what I wanted. I don't want people who exchange answers via WhatsApp. I want people who are independent so that they can assist the students who are going to register or who are going to enroll in our institution in the 2021 academic year. Because Rena will be leaving the university very soon. So meaning that the Q1 is here in class number 2, class interval number 2. So what is the O? Okay, give me the formula. Let's go back to this one. What will be the formula for calculating Q1? Let's start here. What are we going to write here? Q1 equals
O1.
O1.
5.
No, listen.
Q1 is equals to O Q1.
Yes, because you said wherever you see the question mark, you write Q1. So we expect to see Q1 wherever we see the question marks throughout.
Oh.
Again,
Yeah.
yes, VO Q1 plus C into, and then Q into what?
1n divided by 4.
Yes, minus that over F.
Q1.
Good. Then we can go to the table now and then we identify everything. What is our OQ1? Remember, this is the position of our Q1, as we said. And then what is the lower class limit of Q1 interval?
320.
320 plus The value of C,
55.
55 into your 1n over 1 times 12 over 4 minus the cumulative frequency before
Is 2.
is 2, right? Over
Yeah.
the frequency, not the cumulative frequency, the frequency of the Q1 interval
Is 4.
is 4. This is the frequency here. And then you will get your answer. Your answer should be between 320 and 375. If not, it's wrong. And what I know is that it's going to be very close to 320, not very close to 375. What
The
did you
answer is 320,25.
320,25? That is correct. Do you know why it's closer to 320? It's
Some question I wanted to ask.
okay. It's because it's the Q1 is the first quarter, and the first quarter of 12 is 3, right? So if you check the frequency here, the first frequency is 2. And then when we take 1 from this 4, and then we will remain with 3 this side. So I don't know how to explain this, but it's how I understand it. Whenever I look at numbers just like that, I know this is supposed to be closer to this one. So like I said, isn't it that there are 4 quarters? Again, so Q1 is the first quarter, and the first quarter of 12 is 3. So 2 plus a certain value, we must get 3. A certain value that we are going to take from this 4, and that value will be 1. Therefore, that value, which is 1, we take it, we patch it with 2, we get 3, which is the first quarter, meaning that they are very close to one another. Therefore, you are going to look at the value on the left-hand side, but don't use it. This one, don't let this one confuse you. As long as you got that value, it's okay. I get. You don't have to stress about that. So it's how it is. And then let's calculate D4. What are we going to have here? Let me see who's in the chat room. I can see girls are active. These guys must pretend. Let me see. Is Kamu a guy or a girl?
A girl.
Okay. Jay and Willie, I think they are the only guys in this session. And Willie ran away. Jay, assist us with this one. What are we going to have here?
So what's the question again?
The question marks. We are calculating D4.
I mean, D4.
Yes.
Meaning they will have D4.
We will have D4, right? And then equal?
Yeah. Equals to O D4 again.
Yes. Plus
Let's
C
see. Into 4N.
Yes.
Over D4.
Over what? Remember, where you see question marks, you write D4, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
have question marks there.
Oh, over. It's D and 10 over 10, I mean.
Yes. Minus that one.
Minus
over
F.
F1.
F D4.
Good. So they are saying Abel is also a guy. Okay. It's okay. So did you understand? All of you, I think you understood. So what are we going to calculate first before we can approach this question? When we calculate D4, what is the first thing to do?
Position, find position.
Good. We calculate the position, and then the position is given by
4n over 10.
yes, what you see after opening the bracket, which will be 4n over 10, as Jay said. So 4 multiplied by 12 over 10, what is the answer?
4,8.
4,8. And then where is it cumulated?
6.
In
The
6.
6.
And therefore you can do your substitutions. Like your lower class limit, you know it, and so forth. So you just do substitutions there. We play with numbers. P79, let me ask Abel. Abel, give us the formula for calculating P79. Is Abel sleeping? Okay, he doesn't want to talk. What is the formula for calculating P79? Everyone?
Gonna be P79
Yes,
is equals to O P79 plus
yes,
C open bracket 79n over 100
yes,
minus that 1 over F
yes.
P79.
Okay, that is so perfect. Then you do the same and then you calculate what first?
The position.
Yeah.
Position. And then after that, you check where it is accommodated in the cumulative frequency. We can calculate the position only. It's 79 multiplied by 12 over 100. What is the answer?
9,48.
9,48. Where is it cumulated?
12.
In 12, right? And then you will do your substitutions. So what will be the F minus there? The F less than, I mean to say, for P79.
6.
It's 6. Good. Because F less than is the cumulative frequency before the cumulative
Oh.
frequency of that particular measure of location. Okay.
Mm.
So you understood this one. We have explained everything here. Is there a question? Any question? Are you sorted?
Yes.
Okay. So this is what I was explaining. Everything that comes after this. I think, yeah, when I just explain things, I don't waste time. Because when I explain, I'll take long trying to make you understand things that you don't even need to understand. Everything you see here has been explained.
Mhm.
Yes. The 5-number summary, will you fail to compute the 5-number summary?
No.
No.
Because it consists of the what? The 5-number summary. There?
Minimum.
Yes. In order.
The minimum, Q1, Q2, Q3, and maximum.
And you know how to calculate Q1, Q2, and Q3, right? Depending on the
Yeah.
type of data you are working with. If it's grouped, you know which formula. If it's ungrouped, you know which formula. So that is it. Box and whiskers plot. Do you know what they can do when it comes to box and whiskers plot? They know you won't be able to draw because your question papers will be multiple choice. So what they will do is to say, what are the outliers? They give you the information, and then they say, what are the extreme outliers, or what are the what we call the suspect outliers in this data set. So you cannot identify those without drawing the box and whiskers plot. So you need to know how to draw the box and whiskers plot, how to calculate the fences, the inner fences and the outer fences, the lower and the outer fences. So are you struggling with the calculations of those?
No.
Okay. So these are the formulae. The IQR is just the interquartile range. You take your Q3, you subtract your Q1, and then you get your interquartile range. So to get the inner fence, you take your Q1, you subtract 1,5, the lower inner fence, of course, the lower outer fence. And I said, when they say lower, you are supposed to use Q1. Why? Because Q1 is the lower quartile. So the lower fences are associated with Q1 because of lower quartile. Again, and then I said inner is associated with 1.3. I mean to say negative 1.5. For us to see that you are working with inner, I mean to say we expect to see 1.5. Then 1.5. Yes, it's like that. And this negative comes as a result of what? Actually, when you work with lower fences, we expect to see Q1 minus, because Q1 is the lower class limit. Negative means that you lower something. When you subtract, you lower, you reduce. Therefore, that's why we have Q1 minus for lower fences, right? For upper fences, we have Q3 because Q3 is the upper quartile. Plus, when you go up, you add. When you take something up, you add. When we take your sugar level up, we add. So that's why we have Q3 plus. So inner is 1.5. Inner will always have 1.5. And then outer will always have 3. Both sides. So we can calculate the fences and then you indicate them with broken lines on your box and whiskers plot, and then you identify your outliers. The outliers that will fall inside the fences are called the suspect outliers, and we denote them with asterisks or the stars. The ones that fall beyond the fences are called highly suspect or extreme outliers, and we denote them by 0. So you'll be making use of ungroup data to calculate those. You see, they will give you a data set like this, and I foresee this one coming in the exam. They will give you a data set like this one, or they might give you the first row only, and then they say, determine the outliers. Then they give you the values. The outliers are this. So you cannot know the outliers without computing the box and whiskers plot, calculating the inner fences, and demarcating them on your diagram. And then you identify the suspect and the highly suspect outliers. Are we together?
Yes.
Okay. So I think with these ones, we are done. What we are left with is you can't, you did not do the measures of spread, measures of location. Those ones have many, but rest assured, there's no way you can write the exam